welcome to Consciously Healthy. I'm Claire.
I'm Laura.
And today we are going to be talking about step 3 in our pathway to living in your full potential, which is how to love yourself deeply.
Oh, another big one.
This
is one of my favourites. But before we get started, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks. I'm quite interested in this topic today because I've really struggled with this lately. I've been through some stuff where it's really shaken my self-belief, my self-love to the core a little bit. So, yeah, I'm living this right now.
Yeah, you're in it.
And you?
I'm good. What I'm looking forward to is after we do this video and this podcast, it's a full blue moon. It's a big moon. It's a very powerful moon. And it was Claire's idea that we're going through, both of us, a lot of transition. I think there's something in the stars or something. And we're going to create a fire pit, and we are going to burn off bits of paper with things that we've written down that no longer serve us. And we're also going to set some intentions for the future. And I'm really looking forward to that. I can really feel the energy of wanting to do that.
Yeah. And we're going to bury our intentions in the ground so they can grow with the plants. And actually, this really is about loving ourselves deeply, because I think I said to you today, there was part of me that felt like a real pull to doing this. Like I knew it would really nourish me, but then the kind of the conscious logical part of me was like, oh, but you're really busy and you know, you've got loads to do tonight and I'm packing to go away for tomorrow and I've got to go and see, I'm seeing my daughter. It's like, okay, look, there's just no time for this. And so really kind of consciously making the decision that actually, no, I'm going to do the thing that nourishes me. Like this for me is learning how to love yourself, is making the conscious decision of I really am going to do the thing that nourishes me.
Gorgeous, really gorgeous. Are you happy sharing where you are? You say you're in it at the moment.
In it, yeah.
Are you all right sharing?
Sharing, yes. So which would you want me to share?
How come you're in it? How come you've been wobbled with loving yourself?
Yeah, if I'm honest, self-esteem it's the one I find the hardest. Like I will eat religiously disciplined food and I can detox and I can do, but the loving myself has always been the tough one. And I think it goes back to some real sort of core beliefs that were instilled in me as a child. And when I'm feeling a bit off kilter or I'm tired or I'm stressed, I can go a lot into the comparisons. Like I've always kind of said that I would have been great having this body in the 50s and 60s, but actually in today's kind of society, it doesn't fit the mold of what's hot now. And so, I've always lived with that. I was always really tall and broad and solidly built as a child and as a teenager. And it just really affected me because I didn't look like other people. I just didn't feel like I was normal. And so that's just been such a big part of my journey, and I can feel great about myself most of the time, and I really look after myself, I really walk my talk. But if I'm wobbled, if I'm tired, or I just lose that basic foundation.
Sounds like your Achilles heel.
It really is, yeah. So it's a big one at the moment, and I've just got back from a couple of weeks holiday, and I just prioritised, like I wasn't drinking alcohol much, I was really eating the correct food, I was doing yoga every day, I was swimming every day, I was just putting the love back into my body rather than what I would have once done, which was to pull myself apart bit by bit by bit, like systematically take myself apart.
Yeah.
And yeah, how are you with self-love?
I was just thinking about this. Last night we did our first Reclaim Your Life webinar, free webinar, and we talked about self-love a lot in that webinar, and it's one of the absolute secrets to reclaiming your life, or it was for reclaiming my life. And in that webinar I shared a story that's it's feeling quite alive in me at the moment. I don't really know why. When I first realised that I really disliked myself, which was back in 2008. And I'm interested that, I went through my childhood loving myself unconditionally, and there was something that happened in my teens that just shifted for me. And I think it was maybe around I was bullied age 11, and it really set something in me that I was not okay, that there was something fundamentally wrong with me. And the journey that I've been on, first of all, was getting the awareness that I dislike myself. It was a huge realization, and it was a pathway. It took a while. It took a real while, and it can creep up on me if I'm stressed or low or in a dysfunctional relationship or something's going on that's not quite right. There is a voice that comes back that says, okay, you're being stupid, you are wrong, and I have to clock it. And I have to remind myself that I'm lovable and that I love myself. And
that's the beautiful thing about being about choosing a conscious lifestyle, is that no one's saying that we've never said that we're perfect, and I don't know anyone who is perfect, because no one is perfect. But it's just literally about clocking when we're in old behaviours and old beliefs, and utilising tools to support ourselves to rise above it, I guess, rise beyond it.
I used to think that if I was perfect, then I could love myself. And that was I really unpicked that. And actually perfection doesn't exist in us. And the more that I could celebrate the mess that I am, the more I could love myself. So that was a big one for me.
So, like, loving yourself, I guess, and a lot of people will, like you say, put it on being perfect, or putting it on being the right size. That's what I used to do. But actually it's about learning to be comfortable in our own skin, which again is a massive journey, but we're just gonna, just covering it quickly. And for us, I know we came from different ends of the body issue spectrum, or the self-unloving spectrum. And I think something that it was really helpful for both of us, was kind of getting to the understanding that human beings are essentially animals, and we have body hair, and we poo, and we bleed, and we sweat, and actually it's like the Disney princess complex of must be perfect and never sweat, and oh my goodness, I have a sweat patch, and don't talk about farting. Actually, we're just people, and this stuff happens. And I know that for both of us, the more we've got actually in contact with what our body does, really getting down and dirty with our menstrual blood, really kind of in it, feeling it, kind of not just trying to stuff it up and flush it down the loo, actually, okay, wow, I'm bleeding. What does this mean? What does it feel like? What is it? How do I smell different when I'm bleeding? Really coming to terms with those things.
And loving it.
And loving it actually has been part of the journey to self-love. And this is how we become intimate with ourselves.
Yeah.
And then it's easier to come into intimacy with someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. The more intimate we can get with ourselves, the more we can be intimate with others. Well, that's the truth about love. If we can't love ourselves, then how can we expect other people to love us?
Absolutely true. So I know we're going to cover this in later shows, because we're going to break it down. Because personally, I could talk about getting down and dirty with your menstrual cycle quite a lot. So we're going to actually hold off on those kind of treats. So yeah, we'll see you next time.
Oh, top tips.
Oh, top tips. Look, that was me trying to leave.
Come back.
I'm here.
Top tips. If someone's saying, yeah, okay, I'm in a place where I'm becoming aware that I dislike myself, what can I do? What would you say?
Find something that is going to nourish you. So be it singing, swimming, yoga, although sometimes that can feel like an effort for me, meditation. Find something where you are able to just put all of that aside and just be in that, really present in that activity. And just for those moments, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, the weight, the skin, the whatever it is that you're focusing on, it just goes away.
My top tip, I'm going to share something from kinesiology actually. And it's something called affirmations. And it's really, really simple. Affirmation is saying something really lovely to yourself. So, for example, I love myself deeply. and say it on repeat. And while you're doing it, just rub into the shoulder creases. So
we're demonstrating
as
like
such,
air hostesses.
So I love myself deeply. I love myself deeply.
Love myself
I love
deeply.
myself deeply. And this is, you are literally rubbing this affirmation into the body. It's the best way to describe it.
Into the brain.
And so if you clock yourself being really negative, just put a stop to it and then get in with the I love myself deeply, I love myself deeply. Yeah, try it. We'd love to know. Oh, thank you very much. We'd love to know how you get on with it, because it's a really effective one. I still use it. I still do it.
It's brilliant.
Okay.
Great. Well, okay, now we are going. So I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.